The Galactic Council Hall was silent. It was the largest room ever built in the galaxy. The ceiling was so high that clouds floated inside it. Light came from artificial stars hanging above, glowing in soft blue and white. Thousands of alien leaders sat in a wide circle, each on a floating platform designed for their species. Some were tall and thin. Some were wide and heavy. Some did not even look solid. This council decided the fate of worlds. Today, one small species was on trial: humans. At the center of the hall stood a single human ambassador. He was average in height. No armor, no weapon, just a dark uniform, clean but simple. His hands were behind his back. His face showed no fear. Around him, whispers moved through the council. Primitive, dirty, waste makers. A tall alien with silver skin stood up. He was a council elder from a powerful empire. Humans, the elder said, his voice echoing. A species born on a polluted world. A species that covers its cities in trash. A species that builds ships from broken metal. Soft laughter spread across the hall. Another alien leader floated forward. Her eyes were sharp and glowing. "They call it recycling," she said with clear disgust. "We call it weakness." More laughter followed. The human ambassador did not react. He did not speak. He did not move. A massive figure rose from the far side of the hall. This was General Corthane, commander of one of the strongest alien fleets in the galaxy. His armor was black and gold, marked with symbols of victory. "Enough words," the general said. "Let us show them the truth." He raised one claw. The air in the center of the hall changed. A large hologram appeared. It showed human battlefields. Old human ships drifted through space. Their metal was scratched. Their designs looked uneven and patched together. Alien leaders leaned forward. Scrapyards appeared next. Entire planets covered in broken machines, old engines, crushed ships, and twisted metal towers. Humans walked through them calmly, selecting parts like farmers choosing crops. The footage changed again. Human soldiers were shown repairing weapons during battle. They used broken enemy parts, burned armor, pieces of destroyed ships. "They fight with garbage," someone said, laughing loudly. The council hall filled with sound. "They don't even hide their shame. This is not technology. This is survival trash. How can such a species stand among stars?" The general continued. "These images were taken from human war zones," he said. "They do not build new weapons like us. They collect leftovers, broken tools, useless waste." The hologram zoomed in on a human shipyard. Ships were being built from different colors of metal. Some parts looked ancient. Others were clearly alien in origin. The council laughed harder now. A small alien leader clapped his hands. "This is comedy," he said. "A waste-based civilization trying to play war." Even some neutral species smiled. The human ambassador stood still. His face remained calm. His eyes followed the hologram, but he showed no anger. The general turned toward him. "Human," Corthane said loudly. "Do you deny this? Do you deny that your people are scavengers?" Silence. The human did not answer. The general smiled. No response. As expected. The footage changed again. A human planet appeared. Smoke rose from factories. Trash moved on long conveyor belts. Machines crushed old ships and rebuilt them into something new. "Look at this," the general said. "They live in waste. They breathe waste. They fight with waste." The council burst into laughter again. Some aliens hit their platforms in amusement. Others made mocking sounds in their own languages. One elder spoke between laughs. "They should be grateful we even speak to them." The human ambassador finally lifted his head. But he still did not speak. The laughter slowly faded. Something about his silence felt wrong. The general leaned closer. "You have heard our judgment," he said. "Your kind is weak. Your methods are dirty. Your future is short." The human ambassador took one slow step forward. Every sound in the hall stopped. He looked around the circle of alien leaders. His voice was calm, clear, not loud but strong. "You see waste," he said. Some aliens frowned. He continued, "We see resources." The general laughed once. "Pretty words," he said. The human shook his head slowly. "You call it trash," he said. "You call it junk. You call it leftovers." He paused. "We call it preparation." The hall fell completely silent. No laughter, no whispers, only the quiet hum of the artificial stars above. The human ambassador stepped back into place. The council did not yet understand, but they soon would. The Galactic Council did not laugh anymore. After the meeting ended, the alien leaders returned to their ships, but the human words stayed in their minds. "You call it waste. We call it preparation." Those words made no sense to them. Preparation for what? In a dark chamber far from the council hall, a private meeting began. Only the strongest empires were present. The room was smaller, colder, and silent. General Corthane stood at the center. "The humans are hiding something," he said. "No species stands calmly while being mocked unless they know something others do not." Several leaders agreed. "They build from trash," one said. "But their confidence is not trash." An order was given. Human space would be watched. Human planets would be studied. Human trash would be analyzed. Within days, alien spy ships entered human-controlled systems. They stayed hidden behind moons and asteroids. They listened. They recorded. They observed. What they saw confused them. On the surface of a human planet, massive scrapyards covered the land. Mountains of broken metal stood like dead cities. Old ships, destroyed machines, crushed weapons from dozens of alien species. Alien scanners marked them as useless. Zero value. Zero threat. But humans walked among them with purpose. They did not rush. They did not panic. They sorted pieces carefully. One pile for engines. One for armor. One for weapons. Even the smallest fragments were collected. "Why keep this?" an alien observer asked. The answer came slowly. Deep inside a human facility, aliens saw machines that should not exist. They were built from mixed technologies. Alien cores, human wiring, unknown systems stitched together. Humans tested broken weapons. When a weapon failed, they did not throw it away. They changed it. They adapted it. One spy drone watched as a human engineer took a destroyed alien plasma rifle. The core was cracked. The weapon was dead. The engineer smiled. He opened it, removed the core, used the energy flow to power a different device. The new device did not fire plasma. It melted armor. The alien observer sent an urgent report. This should not work, but it did. On another planet, human soldiers trained in a strange way. They practiced fighting with damaged weapons, with half-broken armor, with ships missing systems. They trained for failure. If a weapon stopped working, they changed tactics. If armor broke, they moved faster. If a ship was damaged, they used the damage. Alien commanders could not understand this. Most species trained for perfection. Humans trained for survival. One spy ship moved closer to a human battlefield zone. The area looked abandoned. Broken ships floated everywhere. Debris filled space. "It is a graveyard," the alien captain said. "Nothing alive here." Then the debris moved. Not randomly. On purpose. Broken human ships powered on. Their systems reconnected using cables pulled from wreckage. Armor plates shifted and locked together. The battlefield woke up. The alien ship pulled back in fear. "This is not trash," the captain reported. "This is a trap." The final report came from a deep scan of human logistics. Humans had no waste. Every broken thing had a future use. Every destroyed ship was mapped and stored. Every battlefield became a supply depot. The aliens finally understood. Humans did not recycle because they were poor. They recycled because war never ended for them. General Corthane read the reports in silence. "They do not fear loss," he said slowly. "They plan for it." An elder asked quietly, "What happens if we destroy their fleets?" The general's voice was low. "Then we give them more weapons." The room went silent. Outside, human space looked quiet, peaceful. But under the surface, preparation continued. And far away, alien fleets began to move. The war had not started yet, but humans were already ready. The alien fleets arrived without warning. Thousands of warships exited hyperspace at the edge of human territory. Their hulls were clean, perfect, untouched by battle. Energy shields glowed bright and strong. This was meant to be a short war. General Corthane watched from the command bridge of his flagship. His sensors showed human defenses ahead. They were weak, small fleets, old ships, broken formations. Humans have not learned, the general said. They still hide behind junk. The order was given. Advance. Alien ships moved forward in perfect lines. Weapons charged. Target locks formed across human space. Human ships did not move. They floated silently among debris fields. Fire, the general commanded. Blue and red energy beams crossed space. Missiles followed. The debris field exploded. Scrap burned. Metal shattered. Broken ships were torn apart. Alien officers smiled. But then something strange happened. The debris did not scatter. It stayed close. Pieces pulled together. Metal shifted. Power signals appeared where none should exist. "What is that?" an alien officer asked. Human ships powered on. They were not clean or beautiful. Their hulls were patched. Their engines were uneven. But they moved with purpose. Human weapons fired. The first alien cruiser lost its shields instantly. "What?" the officer shouted. The alien ship exploded. Shock moved through the fleet. "Impossible," someone said. "Those weapons are unstable." More human fire followed. Not in straight lines. Not in normal patterns. Their shots bent. Changed speed. Changed direction. Alien shields failed. Human weapons adapted mid-fight. One alien destroyer tried to retreat. A human ship slammed into it. The human ship broke apart. Then exploded. The explosion did not fade. It spread. Shrapnel moved with intent. Each piece burned with energy. Each piece became a weapon. The alien destroyer was torn open. "What kind of weapon is that?" a commander screamed. "No weapon," another replied in fear. The ship itself was the weapon. The battlefield turned chaotic. Alien formations broke. Human ships moved through the wreckage using debris as cover. Damaged human ships did not retreat. They changed. A ship lost its engine. It attached itself to another wreck. A ship lost weapons. It rammed enemies. A ship was destroyed. Its remains joined the battlefield. Alien commanders lost control. "Our weapons are ineffective. They are using our destroyed ships. They are learning faster than we can respond." General Corthane watched in silence. This was not a normal battle. This was consumption. Every explosion made the humans stronger. Every loss gave them more material. An alien carrier launched fighters. The fighters flew into the debris field. They never came out. Their signals cut off one by one. The debris field moved again. It closed. Alien panic spread. Orders overlapped. Retreat paths failed. Human ships blocked exits using wreckage. "Fall back," Corthane ordered. Too late. A massive human construct formed at the center of the battlefield. It was not one ship. It was many. Scrap fused together. Weapons from different species activated at once. The structure fired. The alien flagship's shields shattered. The bridge shook. "Emergency jump," an officer shouted. The general hesitated. Then he saw it. Human ships were not chasing. They were waiting. The jump failed. The flagship was hit. Not destroyed. Disabled. Silence filled the bridge. Corthane realized the truth. Humans were not fighting to win fast. They were studying, learning, preparing. The human fleet pulled back slowly. They did not celebrate. They did not chase. They left the battlefield full of floating wreckage. General Corthane looked at the ruins of his fleet. The First War had ended, and humans had lost nothing. The galaxy would soon understand. This was not a trash war. This was a harvest. The galaxy demanded answers. After the first battle, alien empires stopped laughing. They stopped mocking. They started watching. Battle reports flooded the data cores. Human ships had no fixed design. Human weapons had no standard shape. Human tactics changed every minute. This made them dangerous. General Corthane survived the battle, but his fleet did not. He stood before the high command, injured and silent. "Explain," one elder demanded. Corthane raised his head slowly. "They do not use garbage," he said. "They use potential." The room grew quiet. Alien scientists were called in. They studied the wreckage recovered from the battlefield. Human weapons did not rely on clean energy lines. They welcomed damage. They changed shape under stress. A human missile was examined. It had no fixed payload. Its outer shell was built from scrap. Inside, the weapon reacted to the enemy's shield frequency. When shields changed, the missile changed. It learned. "This breaks all weapon rules," an alien scientist whispered. Human armor confused them even more. The armor was not strong because it was thick. It was strong because it was wrong. Layers of broken armor plates from different species were stacked together. Energy flowed unevenly, creating blind spots for scanners. Alien weapons could not find a weak point. The armor repaired itself using nearby debris. Every battlefield fed it. Human ships were not ships. They were systems. If one part failed, another took over. If a ship lost half its body, it still fought. Alien commanders realized the truth too late. Humans designed everything to break. Because broken things were useful. On a hidden human world, engineers worked nonstop. They did not build perfect machines. They built survivors. Old alien cannons became human power generators. Broken shields became armor layers. Even destroyed engines were turned into bombs. One human engineer spoke during a recorded briefing. "We don't throw anything away," he said calmly. "War throws enough at us already." Alien spies watched in fear. Human factories were silent and fast. Machines moved like living things, pulling parts from piles of scrap. There were no waste bins, only storage. The final report reached the Galactic Council. Human weapons were not limited by supply. Destroying them only made them stronger. One elder slammed his claws into the floor. "How do you fight an enemy that grows from ruins?" No one answered. The name spread across the galaxy. The scavenger species. Fear followed it. Human fleets did not advance. They waited. They let the galaxy watch. And every destroyed ship in space quietly became human property. The galaxy changed after the First War. News moved faster than ships. Battle footage spread across every system. Empires watched human trash destroy perfect fleets. No one laughed anymore. In distant star systems, alien commanders paused their expansions. Trade routes slowed. Borders closed. One message echoed everywhere. Humans are not weak. Humans do not waste. On a neutral world, leaders from many species gathered. This was not the Galactic Council. This was fear meeting fear. Screens showed images from the battlefield. Broken human ships still moving. Debris turning into weapons. Alien fleets vanishing inside scrap fields. An old alien leader spoke with a shaking voice. "We built empires on clean strength," he said. "They built survival on ruins." A younger commander replied, "How do you scare a species that prepares for loss?" No one answered. Human territory became a dark zone. No scout ships entered. No spies stayed long. Even pirates avoided it. Alien soldiers began to whisper. Some refused deployment orders near human space. Others asked for transfers. A few deserted. "They don't fight like us," one soldier said. "They eat the battlefield." The name scavenger species spread again, this time with fear instead of mockery. General Corthane watched all of this from recovery chambers. His wounds healed slowly, but his pride healed slower. He knew something worse was coming, because humans had not attacked. They had defended once, and stopped. That scared the galaxy more than victory. Human diplomats spoke calmly in public broadcasts. "We do not want war," they said, "but we will not fear it." Those words felt heavier than threats. In secret, alien high commands met. They planned. They argued. Some wanted peace. Others wanted total destruction. One empire made the final choice. A massive alliance fleet began to form. Larger than anything before. Enough power to burn human space clean. No debris, one admiral ordered. No remains. Nothing left to recycle. The plan was simple. Erase everything. Human sensors detected the fleet long before it arrived. Humans did not panic. They did not evacuate. They did something worse. They cleaned their space. Old battlefields were left untouched. Debris stayed in place. Scrap fields grew thicker. Silent. Waiting. Human commanders gave one order across all systems. Do not engage early. Let them come. Across the galaxy, fear peaked. Because everyone understood one truth now. The next battle would not be like the first. It would decide the future of war itself. And humans were already prepared. The Alliance fleet was the largest ever seen. Thousands of warships moved together like a metal storm. Carriers, dreadnoughts, planet killers. Their engines lit the dark space like burning stars. This time there would be no mistakes. No survivors, the Allied admiral ordered. No wreckage. The fleet entered human territory. Nothing happened. No alarms. No human ships. No resistance. Only silence. The space ahead was filled with debris. Old battlefields. Broken ships. Floating scrap. Advance carefully, the admiral said. The fleet moved in. That was the first mistake. Human ships did not appear from hyperspace. They rose from the trash. Scrap fields powered on. Wreckage shifted. Broken hulls locked together. The battlefield closed. Alliance scanners failed. Too much metal. Too many false signals. Human ships attacked from inside the debris. Not as fleets. As waves. Every destroyed human ship became part of the trap. Explosions pushed scrap into enemy paths. Broken engines activated as mines. Alien weapons fired. Debris absorbed the shots. Human ships fed on the damage. Alliance formation broke. Communication failed. Then the human commanders spoke on open channels. Calm. Clear. You entered our supply zone. Panic spread. Human constructs formed, giant moving weapons built from hundreds of wrecks. They did not chase. They crushed. Alien dreadnoughts fired everything they had. The debris did not stop. Human ships self-destructed on purpose. Each explosion added more weapons to the field. The Alliance fleet was drowning. Then human ships pulled back. They left the trap active. The battlefield kept fighting on its own. The Allied admiral understood too late. This was not a battle. It was a system, and they were inside it. The Alliance fleet was broken. What remained drifted in silence. Ships with no power. Weapons without energy. Commanders without hope. The battlefield was still alive. Scrap moved slowly, like a breathing thing. Human systems continued to pull metal, energy, and wreckage into new shapes. Alien survivors watched in horror. Their perfect ships were gone. Their clean war was over. On the bridge of a damaged Alliance command ship, the admiral stood in silence. His uniform was torn. His hands shook. "This is impossible," he whispered. Human ships surrounded them. They did not fire. They waited. A human transmission opened on all channels. No threats. No anger. Only truth. "You mocked us," the human commander said. "You called us dirty, weak, wasteful." The admiral lowered his head. "We were wrong," he replied. Silence filled the channel. The human voice returned. "We did not build this to scare you," it said. "We built it to survive you." Alien leaders across the galaxy watched the feed. Some turned away. Some cried. Some finally understood. The Galactic Council called an emergency session. This time, the human ambassador was not alone. Screens showed wrecked fleets, dead zones of space, endless scrap fields under human control. An elder spoke softly. "We laughed at your waste." The human ambassador answered calmly. "You laughed at our past." The elder swallowed. And we fear your future. Human ships slowly powered down their weapons. The battlefield became quiet. The galaxy held its breath. The war was over, but the lesson would never fade. The war ended quietly. No victory parades, no burning worlds, no celebrations. Human ships moved through the battlefield slowly. They did not destroy what remained. They collected it. Broken alien ships were pulled into human space. Wreckage was stored, mapped, and repurposed. The galaxy watched. No one tried to stop them. The Galactic Council met again. This time, the room felt smaller. The lights were dim. The artificial stars above no longer felt powerful. The human ambassador stood at the center. The same place, but everything was different. An elder spoke with respect now. "You have won," he said. "What do you demand?" The human ambassador looked around the room. "We demand nothing," he replied. Confusion spread. "We only ask one thing," he continued. "Never mistake survival for weakness again." Silence followed. The council agreed. New laws were written. No species would be mocked for how they survived. No technology would be judged by its beauty. No world would be attacked for its scars. Humans returned to their space. They rebuilt. Scrap fields became shipyards. Battle zones became factories. What others called ruins became human cities. The galaxy slowly changed. Empires stopped chasing perfection. They learned to adapt. And when future wars came, every species remembered one truth. Humans don't waste. They prepare. They survive. And they endure.